Hello, Cinderlin. Sorry I'm late. My microphones didn't want to talk to each other. Or rather, my transmit microphone did not want to speak to the receive. Which was, big annoying. I was about to lose all of my shit. But I got it figured out. Did they tell? Oh. Yeah, they're just here to listen. I wish they told me that. They didn't tell me shit. All they told me was, we're not fucking working, and we're not going to tell you why. I had to use my IT person brain after I finished my contracted hours of being an IT person. This is not acceptable. How's it going, makers? Behold. Food. Apparently I'm only using one of these tomatoes for this. Guys, guess what? Tomorrow evening, it's mealtime junior time. At least for the weekend. Then he's going back to his mom's for the week. But then the week following that, it's mealtime junior time. I'm so pumped. I'm so excited to get my little boy back. Even if it's just for a couple of days. I'm so fucking excited. I've got to figure out my encoding stuff because my computer is like struggling now. Because I had to change some encoding shit yesterday and I forgot to document what the encode settings were. And now I've forgotten. That's okay. I need to nuke. Gave me wood. Oh my fucking god. It's 13 inches and it's very hard. That was both loud and offensive to my ears. Llama-palooza! Welcome in. First time chat. What am I making? I am making a Laotian inspired dish. Turkey larb inspired bowls this. With jasmine rice. That's the thing that's missing from here. The toy key. Up. I was looking at my chopping board being like, something is not there that should be. Mate. Well, Celine, I do appreciate you not jump scaring me with my own voice talking about my own wood. Because as we now know, big knife, big shot. Thanks for the follow, Llama. I've got to ask, Llama-palooza, where did you find me? Where did you come from on this big old Twitch? But ads are rolling in about 5 minutes, folks. Giant Free rated someone and you followed him. Oh, thank you. Wait, but how did I I'm so confused. How did I get related to Brian's raid? He didn't raid me. And I don't think I was in Brian's channel. I might have been. I might have thrown him a lurk on my computer upstairs. Who knows? Either way, I'm one of his recommended. I appreciate you for coming in and checking me out. My name is Mealtime with Dad. I'm a 36-year-old streamer and a single parent to an amazing 8-year-old called Mealtime Junior. I have him every other week. I stream 5 days a week, basically every day apart from Tuesdays and Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. You can either find me doing this, the foods, or you can find me playing video games, typically story-driven narrative video games. Sometimes doing art when I add a new video game to the channel. And now...
Are you winning, son?
I'm always winning. And now we are also doing live readings of books. We are reading Magician by Raymond E. Feist, the first book in the Rift War cycle, which is a 30-book saga. That's 30 books. So we're going to be at that for quite some time. So if you like British voices, you like sussy humor, my humor ranges from tongue-in-cheek to tongue-in-ass, you'll enjoy yourself here. I'm sure Sin is going to come out of the woodwork for that quote, by the way, as well, in about 5 seconds. The community here are called Dad's DJs because I am a massive DJ myself. We try and keep the vibes cozy in the stream, but when you see me in other people's chats, you will see me become positively unhinged. I'm here for people who need a dad or who need a daddy. Make us beat you to it. Do I do voice acting? No, but I'm not opposed to it if somebody should want to engage me for such a service. If you want to check out my range, you could take a look at my VODs from the video game Pyre, which is a Supergiant game. Pyre has like 26 different characters and only one of them is actually voiced. So I had to voice 25 characters with unique voices.
One of those voices sounds like this.
Which I can now do on command. I don't do it too often though because it scares the shit out of my son. He hates it and it makes him cry. So when he's not here... Anyhow, let's cook, shall we? We're going to put some water in here. Excuse me. Focus. Focus. How fucking dare this camera do this to me? There we go. We're going to put some water in this guy. A single measuring cup water. For some reason, because I turned around, read what you said too quickly, and my brain was like, I fixed it with my nipple. I was like, what? What did Makers say? And then I read it again and realized that you did not fix it with your nipple. Nipples are pretty magical. I saw it. It went poof. Nipples are magic. That's why the government wants to cover them up all the time. Okay. We're going to add a 1/8 of a teaspoon of these tiny little guys of salt. Because the nipples have the ability to distract all genders. Even individuals with no gender can get distracted by nipples. And we're in ads. What a great phrase to go into ads on. Also, folks, can we get some Fs or some 07s in the chat to salute our fallen streamer friend, Mummy Cast TV, who was recently permanently banned from Twitch. I don't know why, but they were. That's a thing. It's sad. Mealtime with Dad. It's a special little friend to you and me. What a banger of a song he wrote for me. We can play it if you guys want. You guys let me know. How's it going, Grim? How's your week been? In fact, Grim can't hear me because he's in ads right now. Or might be. Well, sorry. Immediately after Grim's like, can't confirm, have no gender. I'm like, him. Apologies, Grim. They. With any luck, they'll have heard none of that because of ads. I know there's a pronouns extension, but that would require me to remember about it at the same time as also having the willpower to do stuff with my stream. Which lately has not, those two have not kind of coincided too well. Alright, we're going to bring this salty water to a boil. And I've got to wash some orange cocks. So tomorrow I'm going to be getting, not tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, and one of the engineers from my internet provider will be stopping by so they can do a quick little consult visit and give me a quote on what it would cost to have fully wired Ethernet in my house. Which is a big deal, because it means once that's done, I'll be able to run NDI. And that will allow me to stream in my kitchen and then transition to my desktop computer upstairs without having to take the stream offline. And that is some big brain shit. Because it means that you guys, my lovely viewers, the next person to buy my house, who put Ethernet by the kitchen counter? The next person to buy my house will be like, who permanently fixed a webcam mount? Right over here, you guys. Who permanently fixed a webcam mount next to the oven? Someone who has no plans to leave this property for at least a decade is the answer. Okay, let's take this off the heat for a bit. So I gotta wash some rice. Oh, Cinderlin, could you add something to my to-do list, please? The to-do list item is get Kratos to sing a jingle called Wash That Rice. So then, while I'm standing over here washing my rice, you guys can have a little musical interlude that you can summon with a command. Once per stream. Which will then, of course, force me to actually get fucking Firebot set up or Mix It Up bot set up. Which will allow me to do other streamy things that I've been procrastinating on. Okay. In goes the rice. We're going to cook that up for about 14 minutes. Let's bring it back up to the boil first. Once it's boiling, I'm going to cover it and then cook it on medium low. Get low, get low, get low. By the way, folks, as of next week, my stream schedule is going to be changing quite significantly to be a morning schedule for the foreseeable future during the week. There might be evening schedules for like story time with dad or gaming content, but there will be no more evening cooking streams for the foreseeable future until my schedule changes with work. So instead, I'll be weirdly cooking dinner in the morning on stream before work starts. It is what it is. No, I'll be cooking around my dinner time, says Cinderlin. Cinderlin's dinner time being breakfast time for most people who live in North America. Meal prep with dad. That's right. Speaking of prep, hey, I take my DGen seriously, hours and all. Yeah, I would, but I've done that procreation thing and I have that full-time employment thing. Let me tell you, chat, while I do this to this phallic-shaped object, everything is retreating into my body in horror. Ah! It escaped. Just the tip escaped. The anti-circumcision. This is like the full fucking nullo. Nothing left of it. Round 2. And that's close enough. Ooh, my hands turned slightly orange. That's fun. I have the best hands, most orange hands. I will sign all the executive orders. I am vengeance. You will respect my authority. Did you guys really think that I was not gonna capitalize on the opportunity to make a Donald Trump joke while I was shredding an orange penis-shaped vegetable? Because if you did, you don't fucking understand the kind of person that I am. By the way, folks, we have a few streamers in here. We do be having streamers watching a streamer, because that's what Twitch is slowly devolving into. It's streamerception. Streamers watching other streamers stream. So with streamers in the chat, we got Grimnir Off-Brand. They be a streamer. We got Cinderlin. She be a streamer. We got Maker's Mantle. They be a streamer. We got me. I'm a streamer. If you didn't know. If you weren't aware, Mealtime with Dad, the channel you're in, is in fact a streamer. And sometimes a screamer. Oh, baby. Booty says, what? I caught a stream? What? You know, most people would like lean back a bit when they say that, but Booty can just stand up normally because her back makes her lean anyway. That was a scoliosis joke for those that don't know Booty. Booty has an incurable spinal deformation. Ha ha! Make jokes. Point and laugh, because if she points, she's going to point in the wrong direction anyway. It'll be off center. Grim says, honestly, Jess, you're set up for cooking streams. I wander around my kitchen with a single nostalgia? What? Like it's 2012, 2002 Big Brother. Oh, single angle. My brain was like, what the fuck is Grim trying to say to me? Honestly, Grim, my setup's actually really budget conscious. The most expensive part of the entire fucking thing, outside of the laptop, which I already owned, is actually my microphones. I'm using a Rode Wireless ME wireless microphone set, which costs more than both of my webcams combined. We're going to turn Shalittle into Shallot in a second. How much garlic do I need? 2. So 3. Put money into anything, make it audio. Agreed. That's why I've got a quadcast upstairs. The recipe says thinly sliced, so we're going to get autistic with that. For those who have just met me today, I am in fact on the spectrum. So when I say we're going to get autistic, I mean that in a very, very literal sense. I know you all come here for that sweet knife play. It's curable. Sure, scoliosis is curable if you don't mind someone rooting around in and around your spine. Yeah, and you're permanently stuck standing at fucking attention. Your cuts are so uniform. I don't like it. We were talking the other day about cubing everything, including peas. Makes the tism go brrr. Honestly, Lama, the most important thing about getting uniform cuts and the easiest way to achieve it is having a very sharp knife. And the easiest way to achieve having a very sharp knife is spending 50 to 80 bucks on a set of whetstones, double-sided ones for hers and his pleasure. But more specifically, double-sided, so you get different grit strengths on a single stone instead of having to buy 6 stones, you can buy 3. Get yourself a set of those guys and maintain your knives every 3 months or so. How do you use them? You soak them in water for 24 hours first to absorb water to make the wet stone wet. No, you're fine. I'm asking questions. Questions good. I don't believe in such things as stupid questions. So any question I get, I will typically try to answer. I may not give a good answer, and I may definitely give a non-serious answer, but I will always do my best to give an answer. I'm looking around for a thing that I use with these, and I'm struggling to find it. It's pissing me off. Rice is done. Off the heat. No! I should not have spoken and revealed the fact that I had lost something. ADHD chalks up another victory in the permanent ongoing counter of dad versus his own fucking brain. Curse you, ADHD! Did I put them in the dishwasher? I don't know where the fuck they are. Aha! This thing. We're looking for this thingy. This thingy grips onto your knife like this. So when you're using it on a whetstone, it keeps it at a 45-degree angle. I think that's 45. Might be 35. Either way, it keeps it at an angle that's optimal for sharpening your blade. And then you do what all boys, girls, and genderless people enjoy doing. You give it a bit of a rub and a tug on your whetstone on both sides, going from the lowest grit number to the highest. I started at 400 grit. I worked up to a 1000 grit, then a 3000, then a 6000, and then an 8000, and I do keep getting away with it. Most of the whetstones come with one of these guys. But that's really it. You do that well, I do it every 2 months because I use my knives a lot. And sometimes I'm lazy and I put my knife in a dishwasher, which fucks up the edge on it. But yeah, do it every couple of months. Your knives will stay razor sharp. I've used this knife for almost 10 years. And it's not an expensive. This is a cheap barberware knife from a knife set that you can buy in fucking Walmart. And as a result, you can get cuts that are this thin. I could even go thinner than that. Let's get real precise with it. Plus, cutting and cooking with a incredibly sharp knife is A, safer, and B, there's something very satisfying about expecting resistance when you're using a knife and then having the knife blade pass through something with almost just under its own weight. And there's no way to say that without sounding like a fucking psychopath, so I just say it now. I will say this, be warned, if you do sharpen your knives to a point where they're razor sharp, you will not feel the sensation of the blade cutting into you until something else gets in to contaminate the wound, like salt, lemon juice, lime juice, something that will make it fucking hurt. Or until you notice the blood spilling everywhere. However, you will also injure yourself less badly than you would if you were trying to cut through something hard with a blunt knife and have it slip. So despite what I just said, this knife, super sharp knife, much safer than a dull one. So long as you don't try to catch it if you drop it. You got that chopper thing? You mean a cleaver? Big old rectangular blade? You definitely want your cleavers to be sharp, because those are used to go through stuff like bones, for instance. The sharper your cleaver is, the more likely you are to go through your target, your cutting target, with a single stroke. You also have to maintain the cleaver a bit more because of that very reason. Folks, don't forget to stay hydrated. Like I just remembered. Add him to that. Don't sharpen them too much or the egg will roll like a motherfucker instead. That's right. Since when did my fucking bots and chats get all prudy? Bullshit. Apologies, Grim, for the automated Gestapo there. I was thinking like a slap chop. Hi, it's Vince with Slap Chop. Look at these delicious aromatics we are getting prepped here. Give them to me. Also, folks, don't be a fucking nerd and use garlic. It's so easy to get fresh garlic and just mince it. Garlic keeps for a stupidly long time as well. You can even freeze garlic if you need to. Hi, Grim. Name me one use case where using garlic would elevate or otherwise be better than using regular garlic. stretch and and a hydrate. Well, I just hydrated. I don't mind doing it again. Oh my god, so many redeems. What's going on here? It's all British to me. This kind of British again? Cordell, you want this British? British. Cheaper and less time consuming to prep. Cheaper, I can understand. Less time consuming? What is fucking time consuming about taking the skin off the garlic and then throwing it in one of these boys? Look at how time consuming. It came on my laptop. I shouldn't have pointed it that way. Excuse me while I wipe the garlic facial off my keyboard. Right, back to mocking Maker's Mantle. But Makers, like, you can usually get more garlic for your buck out of buying like garlic in bulk and then just pressing it and freezing it than you would with garlic. Well, this is America, that's true. You know, I can find puree, you either got to spend the time with the knife or use the garlic press. My most hated kitchen. How could you hate my boy here? My baby. Grim, or you could go full Shawshank Redemption with a razor blade, cutting them until they're see-through. I did that once with one of my knives. It did not make a noticeable difference to the food. Single-use device that's annoying as hell to clean and take up space. Are we talking about garlic presses or fleshlights here? I'd agree with you on deterioration, guys, and they bust on my eyes, they my ass like apple pie. They keep fucking me like this, my trust guy. They have a good cry. Food papa booty till I cry.
Go to horny jail.
Carlos is going mad with the with the redeems tonight. All right, we're gonna make some quick pickles to a small pot. Oh, this is not a pot. Where is my small pot? Pot. I will say this, Grim. Typically, my frozen garlic doesn't last for more than a week. All right. We're going to take some seasoned white vinegar and we're going to put it in a small pot. We're going to put in 2 tablespoons of water, half teaspoon of sugar, and a quarter teaspoon of salt. We're going to bring that to a boil. Mega says, you can store things in a flashlight. Yes. One of my favorite turns of phrase, the whore's purse. Such an evocative pair of words. The prison pocket. But the prison pocket can be the booty. Here's a quarter teaspoon of salt. Yep. Now, if this was makers doing the cooking stream, all of this salt would be going in there. Haha, sodium deficiency. Biology. The one case where women get more pockets. Yes, actual functional pockets. Half a teaspoon of sugar. Sodium uptake deficiency, because you need more sodium in your body, right? Or something along them lines. Your body's fucked. TLDR. One of the days I'm gonna buy one of those salt licks for a bird and wear it like a necklace and just munch and nom nom. Did you just chew on a salt lick? Yes. No further context, just yes. Honestly though, like that's one of my favorite ways of being obtuse. It's when someone asks me a question and they're clearly incredulous in their tone, and I'm just like, yes. And they look at you for a bit, expecting you to expand upon it, and you just deadpan stare them straight back. Deliciously petty. Boop. I love having a stream deck down here, not having to fuck around with my cell phone anymore. It brings me so much joy. We're gonna bring this little concoction of salt, sugar, vinegar, and water up to a boil on high, and then we're gonna yeet the carrots and the shallots in there and make the shallots that were shalittle into shapickle. Yes, boil, my pretty. God damn, this thing boils fast. Because it says the number of people who have told me, why are you putting so much salt on your food? You have a heart condition. Only for me. They stare them dead in the face and dump more salt on that bitch. I am now also realizing that I was only meant to use one carrot in this meal kit, which means I have sacrificed a carrot from another meal kit to this as well, which is why you don't put all the fucking ingredients in one bag. Chef's plate. Less plastic waste. They're all made of recyclable or recycled paper bags. The carrots are good, Llama, but this means that one of my other recipes that I've got queued up for the week is going to be suddenly absent a carrot. Or not, because if I remember to go buy another one. Oh God, it's gonna look so suspicious when I go to the store, because I'll be buying two things: a single carrot and a bottle of avocado oil. That's right. a lubricant, and a carrot. I could, but I've already yeeted it into my pickling. It's fine. I can just buy one. I will also make eye contact with the cashier and say, this isn't what it looks like. All right. Yeah, a carrot, a bottle of avocado oil, some condoms, and a marked down to clearance copy of 50 Shades of Grey on DVD, not Blu-ray. It somehow makes it way sketchier if it's a DVD copy. All right. Let's put a bit more vinegar in here, as we essentially doubled the quantity of carrot. Get pickled on. In a small bowl, combine soy sauce, soy, garlic, sweet chili, small, some tissues. Makers knows how to have a good time. God damn. I always knew you were a gooner, Makers. Just outing yourself, your gooner ways. I see you. In goes the soy. Bro, you've seen me talk to Uni about the chatbots, bro. Janet Nastaru, or Narastu, sorry. Janet Narastu. Welcome on in, thanks for the follow. If you're here and that wasn't a drive-by follow, feel free to introduce yourself, say hi. I'd love to get to know you more intimately. But if that was indeed a drive-by follow, I appreciate the follow. Have a great weekend. In goes the sweet chili sauce. I'm doing just great. I've got to ask, how did you find my little stream? Did someone send you my way, or were you just browsing the food and drink category? Tiny whisk. Right, setting that aside. We're going back over here. Because it's fry time, babies. We're going to heat this pan over medium high. And we are going to yeet out the last few drops of our avocado oil. That's about a tablespoon. Get emptied on, you nerd. Alright, really got to top up my oil. So folks, anyone got any plans for the weekend? As I said at the start of the stream, I would be picking up Mealtime Junior and his mom from the airport and spending the weekend with Junior before he goes back to school. He'll be with his mom for a week and then back on the regular old schedule of week on, week off. Kind of like wax on, wax off, but with child custody. Lama says, I called out of work. Nice. Hey Llama, and you don't have to answer this if you don't feel comfortable with it, but where are you from in the world? Because Uni said that she could tell I'm a stoner. I up this because I always say man, because that's what you say. You need to put away laundry, get some sketching in. I need to do some more household tasks as well. I've got to sweep all my floors, then vacuum, then put some laundry away. Change my bed sheets. But I'm not streaming tomorrow, so guess what I'll be doing? Housework. Housework with Dad. Hey makers, were you in the stream yesterday? Did you get to hear Special Kind of Idiocy by Kratos? No, you didn't? Oh, ho, ho, ho. Right, we're gonna pause the music here for a special Kratos feature. I'm gonna bust it out. Gonna bust my nut. For those of you that don't know who Kratos is, he's a fun, silly boy that plays games and sings silly songs. He's a friend of the stream.
Whoa, are you doing a big ass stream tomorrow, Ish? Big ass stream.
Big ass stream. What a great clip. It's always a dice roll on Q clips. It's either going to be part of a song, there's going to be a short little derpy quote, or it's going to be some absolute psychotic degen shit. But either way, great fun time. Superb dude, immaculate vibes. You should check him out if you've never checked him out. Now, on to this. Bloop. Streamception. Nope, 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 no, nope, nope, nope.
Plate. I spilled my coffee again. Put on my shirt inside out now. Miss my bus, run to catch it. I tripped on the ground and I kissed it real hard. Just something special for me. Mealtime with Danny's a special kind of idiocy. Mealtime with Dan, he's a special little friend to you and me. It's mealtime with Dan. Go on, have some fun. Mealtime with Dan. Mealtime with Dan is a special kind of idiocy. Mealtime with Dan, he's a special little friend to you and me. It's mealtime with Dan. Go on, have some fun. Mealtime with Dan. Sent a text to the wrong number. Told my boss I love you too. Tried to open a push door. That's just what I do. Microwave my fork at midnight. Thought my phone was in the fridge. Lost my keys, I found them later. Hanging on my neighbor's fence. Time with Danny's a special kind of idiocy. Time with Dan, he's a special little friend to you and me. It's mealtime with Dan. Go on, have some fun. Mealtime with Dan. Every day brings new adventure. Mess it up that I create it somehow. I keep surviving. Maybe dumb luck, maybe it's fate. I just know that I'm the one that's trying to make it all really fun, y'all. So come join me while I go. What's my name? It's Mealtime with Danny's a special kind of idiocy. Mealtime with Dan, he's a special little friend to you and me. It's mealtime with Dan. Go on, have some fun. Mealtime with Dan.
Someone have some fun.
Meal time with them.
There you go. That was a special kind of idiocy by a friend of the stream, Quatos. We've got ads starting up in a couple of minutes here. Hey, Eddie, welcome in. Yeah, wasn't it, Llama? So basically, whenever you raid Quatos, or if you give him 5 subs, he will write you a custom song. And it can be whatever you want, as long as it's within Twitch's TOS. It can be as raunchy as you'd like, within reason. Yeah. And when I rated him, I just said, write me a song I can use to play my streams in. It can be as weird or as raunchy as you'd like. You know the kind of idiocy I engage in. That was my prompt for him. One of the the other songs he made was I basically asked him to sing a song that was an ode to himself and other streamers that stay up all night streaming, called Neighborhood Degenerate. And that one's an absolute banger. Also, Llama, here's a little trick for having really uniform cuts. If the piece that you've just cut remains stuck to your knife, it basically creates a nice little guide for the next cut. Boop. Ads coming in 5-second votes. Buckle up for some messages from our corporate sponsors. Consume. Obey. I wonder if it's against Twitch's terms of service to have an emote of Jeff Bezos. I assume it is against Twitch's TOS because I haven't seen a single Jeff Bezos emote, which kind of makes me sad because that would be fun. Because I absolutely would give him them demon eyes and be like, consume. Man, Inside Job, a series cancelled far too early. That show was fucking great. That looks so good. We're not done yet, Llama. We are not done yet. Hold your praise, my friend, until the final product is there. By the way, this is your first time around these parts, so you haven't seen the go live notification for these streams. But when I go live, my go live message has been for months now. This stream will make you hungry. Rand, right, Ridley, really reminds me of my dad, but if my dad wasn't as smart as he thinks he is. I haven't seen Gravity Falls. Person who created Inside Job created Gravity Falls gained their traction working on Gravity Falls. Some overlap between the animators and cast. Nice. Now I have my own theme song is stuck in my head. Mealtime with Dad. He's a special little friend for you and me. What a weird thing to come back to ads to. Me singing about myself. Dinner's served. Larb over jasmine rice. By the way, Llama, just so you know, I am not a professional chef. The furthest extent of my experience in the food industry is I used to be a butcher and a fishmonger. I used to run rotisserie counters and make pizzas that you could then throw into your oven to cook. And I worked on a deli counter. I've never worked in a restaurant, never worked in a professional kitchen. The most cooking I've ever done commercially was placing chicken and pork on a metal sheet and throwing it into a giant oven, or sticking metal spikes through chickens and putting them into a rotary oven. That's it. I don't count that as cooking. That's basically just one step removed from throwing a ready meal in a microwave. It's the same thing. Food goes in big device, food comes out cooked. That ain't cooking. And the reason I say this is so that no one who watches my streams comes away feeling intimidated, like they could never make something like this. I am an IT guy by trade, and I'm a single father. As I said before, I'm a single father half the time, and I'm just a single man the other half of the time. And I say that by way of saying, if I can do it by just reading this, anybody can do it. just gonna go over here, so at least you guys aren't just staring at a chopping board and watch me do things. And this is lunchtime tomorrow. By the way, folks, if HelloFresh operates in your area or Chef's Plate does, and you've never used them before and you'd like to give them a shot, let me know. I have codes that will let first-time users of those services get a free box of food for their first box, which is basically an entire week's worth of meals. And then you just fucking cancel the subscription after the first week. Sign up, get your box, dump it. You'd be interested? Okay. Hit up Discord, !Discord, and then just send me a little DM on Discord, and I'll shoot you one of my codes. In fact, I'll shoot you a code for both HelloFresh and for Chef's Plate. So with both services, it's really nice. You can either just let them pick the meals that you're going to get, and then when they show up, it's like, oh, I guess I'm cooking these. Or because I have a son, and that's randomly letting someone else choose the food, is playing with fire on whether he's going to eat it. He's very adventurous for trying new foods, but I'd rather pick around things that I know he will actually enjoy. So you can either have it just go with the pre-selected stuff, or you can go through and modify the contents of your box. And that's for both of the services. Chef's Plate is typically a little bit cheaper than HelloFresh, but HelloFresh has more like fancy pants premium options. In fact, I think Chef's Plate and HelloFresh are owned by the same parent company. Don't quote me on that, as I certainly haven't Googled that fact to verify it. Also in the Discord, if you go to the menu channel, you can see links to this week's recipes and when I will be streaming, or the days that I'll be streaming them on. One last thing about my Discord as well. Last month, I started something called the Scuffed Streams April project. Because April 1st is haha funny silly day in the West. And April 29th is my 37th birthday. So Scuffed Streams April is a little project, it's a community project where I am inviting all of my viewers, some of my streamer friends, to recreate parts of my stream overlay in the shitty MS Paint style. If by April or the end of like the last week of March, we get the whole overlay redrawn in shitty MS Paint, I will use all of those elements for my overlay for the entirety of April. And there's already a scuffed version of my avatar being made. So if anyone listening likes to draw, knows someone that does draw and would like to engage in a little bit of foolishness with me, find that channel in my Discord, pick an element that you want that hasn't been assigned to someone, and get creating. People that do contribute to this will be credited on a little rotating spinner that will be present on all of my OBS scenes for the duration of the month. So a little bit of advertising for people that stream as well. Yeah, it's fair, right? I think there's like one or two background pieces left for the challenge mode. And yeah. Hi folks, this is a raid message. I still haven't automated this thing to refresh this element. Hey Llama, don't be sad. I'll be streaming again on Sunday. Let me refresh this. First off, thank you for the follows from Janet Narastu, Ofazoro, Llama Palooza, Rusty Curse Bunny, Professor or Prof Oblivious, and the Tog82, and Mrs. Morick. Thank you all, everyone, for spending time with me tonight, for choosing me as your entertainer for the last 90 minutes. I appreciate you all. I hope you all appreciate yourselves. Be kind to yourselves. Be as kind to yourselves as you are kind to other people, if not kinder than. We're going to raid our friend Joey Zero TV. He is celebrating version 1.0 of his VTuber avatar. He's a fun little guy. He's a variety streamer. He's playing Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. So we're going to go blow him up. Make sure you call him a forklift, because he absolutely is. Don't listen to anything he says that is contrary to the fact. Once again, here is the raid message. Mealtime with Dad. A special little friend for you and me. See you Sunday, folks. Have a great weekend. If I don't see you then, bye 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 bye.